A really important topic for today's Maximus Minute. I want to talk about men's mental health. Now, we live in a day and age of social media, and I've noticed an alarming trend on social media. There's a lot of these people that are influencers, and frankly, they're not even influencers, they're just frauds, and they prey upon men's insecurities. They try to convince men that everything is about fear and vengeance, and people are out to get their masculinity, and they've got to be tough, and they've got to wake up at 4:30, and they've got to shoulder the load, and they've got to keep going, and they've got to suck it up. That's not the way. That doesn't help men. That actually makes it worse for men with what they're suffering from. So I want to make a couple of things perfectly clear. Men don't have to suck it up. They don't have to shoulder the load. They don't have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning to improve themselves. They don't have to pretend to be something they're not. They don't always have to be strong. They don't always, have to compare themselves to some type of apex predator like a lion or a wolf. It's all BS. You know what most men need? They need a fucking hug. They need to be told that things are going to be okay. They need to be told that somebody's proud of them. They need to be told that somebody's grateful for them. They need to be told that it's okay to be insecure. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to have worry. It's okay to have doubt, because we all go through it. It's funny. I tell a lot of stories at the seminars I teach. And one day I was talking about having imposter syndrome, about how when I was fighting in the UFC, before big fights, I thought I didn't belong there. I was nervous. I was scared. I was worried. I felt like I was doing something that I didn't deserve. And that story over the years has stuck with a lot of people. The fact that I was willing to admit that. And we all go through it. The best athletes in the world go through it. And it's funny because we've been filled with this, I'm going to call it propaganda, that men are supposed to be a certain way. But again, it's okay to be sensitive. It's okay to have your feelings hurt. It's okay to ask for help. And I think the number one thing that kills men is the inability to ask for help, the inability to be vulnerable. And it doesn't make you less of a man. Like, it's funny, consider the source. These people out there that are like, oh, I'm a lion, I'm a wolf, you're a sheep. These idiots. They try to convince you that you're supposed to be the baddest man alive. And they call men names like beta male, or you're a sheep, or you're soft. You know who's saying this to you right now? A person, me, who spent most of his life, I mean that literally, trying to perfect the art of violence. I fought in the UFC. I've trained almost every tier 1 asset in the United States special operations, special forces community. I was a firearms instructor. I was a weapons instructor. I was a cop. Like, I'm as hard of a person as you can get. And it's funny because I'm not alone in that. A lot of the people that I've worked with in special forces that I have the utmost of respect for, some of the baddest motherfuckers on this planet. Some of the killers. I mean, real fucking killers. They're some of the most sensitive, kindest people that I know. And so this fake attitude of you're a man, you got to shoulder the load, it's BS. And honestly, we got to stop it. And this isn't rehearsed. I don't have little cue cards in front of me. This is straight from the heart. It's just like men needed to be treated better and with more compassion. So do me a favor. Take a man in your life. Take a couple of men in your life and just ask them if they're okay. Give them a fucking hug. Tell them you're proud of them. That there may save their life. And that there will mean a lot more than sending them some clip of some dude yelling at them. Just ask them if they're okay. Because it's really that simple. Just let them know somebody cares about them and that somebody loves them. And like I said, I'm speaking out against this because I've lost some friends. I've had some friends battle extreme depression, extreme anxiety, extreme PTSD. I've had some friends commit suicide. And I wonder, like, maybe I should have just said, like, are you okay? Like, I love you. Are you good? That matters, and it makes a difference. Like I said, life's not about being a lion or chewing people's faces off or waking up at 4:30 in the morning and getting some, or like It's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to try and better yourself. It's okay to be insecure. You can drop the whole act. Just where we're at. So from the heart, just a little advice. Take a man in your life. Tell them you love them. Tell them it'll be okay. Tell them you're proud. It's the right thing to do. Enough of the BS.